What's up, guys? So there's been a couple changes to my bag and I figured I'd show you because, well, we're still under like, I don't know, 2 feet of snow. So this is my outlet for disc golf right now, I guess. So I'm putting with Challenger still, but I'm also throwing the Challenger just like before. So this is my Pro D Challenger. It's really straight. It's pretty beat up, as you can see, but yeah, really straight. Then I have 2 of these Jawbreaker Challengers here. These are my putting putters. They're basically exactly the same. And yeah, I wiped the stamps on them just because they were actually a really cool foil, but it would shine in my eyes from the light, and I kind of got annoyed at that. Then I got this old Jawbreaker Challenger for turnovers. It's really unstable, pretty used up too. And then finally, TI Challenger, and this is just a nice straight to overstable disc here. Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna rely most heavily on. And then last for my putters, just got them in the mail. Jawbreaker Zone, a little more stable than the TI Challenger. Less stable than this bad boy though. Look how flat this zone is. Z Zone, max weight. Oh my goodness, this thing is just beef. Okay, now let's move into my main compartment. So for my mids, this is, I mean, you guys probably have seen most of these before now. TI Buzzz, straight to overstable. Pro D Buzzz, this thing is just straight, rides on Annie's as well, but basically just flip up to flat, nice and straight. Then we got this ESP Buzzz. This is a little lighter weight, 169-ish, so this is gonna like kind of flip up, but then ride on like a little bit of a hyzer. This is my go-to Buzzz here, just nice and straight with a little bit of fade. I would say that there's a little bit of overlap between this Buzzz and my ESP Buzzz, just a tiny bit of overlap, but they both have uses. So this one's like straight to overstable. Buzzz OS, super overstable, flattest Buzzz OS I've ever seen in my life. This is crystal, max weight, super overstable. And then the complete opposite disc of that is my Meteor ESP, really old, really understable. Distance drivers are completely different, but that's a good thing. Punisher, it's like my flexing shot disc. Also like placement shots, you know, you kind of put them out on a 350 foot, like just flat shot, and you know it'll just hyzer just a little bit. X-Force, this thing is super pop-toppy, like you can see the dome on it, and it's, I mean, it's pretty sweet. I think it's honestly gonna be one of my farther flying discs that I can put a large rip on it. And then this Austin Turner Force is just a beefcake, holds up to the wind, no problem, and yeah, it's sweet. So Punisher's like a beat-in force, then 2 forces. No more nukes in the bag, but Big Z crank holds Anheuser all the time. I love the crank. I think it's my favorite distance driver. This one here is flip up and then ride to the right and then finish. Goes really far. Tim Barham signature crank. And then my most stable crank is this ESP crank, and it's kind of actually stupid stable whenever I've thrown it. But not into headwinds, that's where I kind of bring out the Punisher. So this and the Punisher are pretty similar, but this is just going to beat in faster, so that's why I still have the Punisher. And then my fairways are pretty much, I'm pretty much done with my fairways. The Machete, all it does is go left. It's super overstable, such a sweet disc, and like it's so pearly, and I just love the stamp. I love supporting airborne disc golf. Kale is from Minnesota, I am as well, so airborne discs, you gotta give them some love. But that's just super overstable. Super understable is this Vision Quest Heat, also a Minnesota course. But yeah, I mean, this thing is my roller disc and really understable. And then my TI Heat is more for the air, so it's going to be like a hyzer flip to ride to right. But I can throw more stable rollers with it, so that's what it'll be used for, you know. It'll either be used for anhysers or stable rollers. TI Vulture, just a little less stable than my machete, but more stable than my ESP Vulture. So, you know, it's that staple fairway that everybody needs in their bag that, you know, goes out to 330 some odd feet and then finishes left. And then this one is more of a hyzer flip up, and so I'd be more willing to throw this in the woods. Glow Stalker. I needed a disc that was a little bit, you know, slower than my mantis and my vulture, which we'll get to my mantis. So I picked this Stalker, and it's a perfect stability for that. Flip up, ride out flat, and always finish left. Into a lot of headwind it won't, but once this gets beat in, it'll be a good turnover disc as well. And then I got this sweet purple and yellow Lakers mantis that is nice and understable, and it'll hold an ante, it'll flip up, and this is probably one of my most thrown discs, and it will be next season too, my most thrown disc, because you can just rely on a hyzer flip to flat and then finish on them. But the mantis and the Stalker both have that like flip to flat. Just the Stalker doesn't go quite as far, and then it's just a little bit more left finishing. But you can see, even with like the stability rating, the mantis is a 0.8 and the Stalker is 1.1. So if you know discraft stability ratings, you know that the Stalker is just a little more stable than the mantis, but it's a little slower, so probably a little bit more controllable for me. Obviously, that's all in the pound disc golf bag. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching my in the bag. This is what I got going on for the winter, beginning of the season, and I think it's really exciting. I mean, a lot of great molds. I don't know if the zone is really going to stay, just because I know that I can do everything with the Challenger. So the zone might be out of the bag. I don't know yet, but thanks guys for watching.